You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, as I'm sure you're well aware, Universal Studios is going through this crazy transformation. Was this year more difficult to plan?
Yes.
And what challenges were you facing?
Well, the park's in the middle of a major evolution right now. So, just in very practical terms, that meant I had to find 3 new locations. But, it's kind of karma because in that process of trying to figure out where to build our mazes, we got to use the Metro sets on the Universal backlot and take our guests there for the first time ever. And frankly, I never thought that would ever happen. I used to drive by those sets and go, oh, it'd be great, but never, But now we're building, Walking Dead, No Safe Haven out there. We're building Black Sabbath 13 3D, and that one's in the soundstage, which is even more exciting because, we haven't had that opportunity in my tenure with Horror Nights either. So things work out.
So what makes a good maze location?
I don't think it's so much the location. We just have, obviously a set criteria of how much square footage we need to build it. But we're so used to building mazes in every conceivable configuration there is because that's just the environment that this park, is. This park was not designed like a lot of theme parks back east. The movie studio's been here since 1915 and the park kind of evolved with it. So we're very adept at building mazes in bizarre locations, and right outside here is a good example of that with Okakui, which is being built in kind of 3 different locations tied together. Part of it's what we call Parisian Courtyard. That's all cobblestones. You can't build a maze there, so you have to deck over the entire thing, and it's not shaped like a box. It's all curvy and wonky. And then we're in front of Mel's Diner, and then we're in what used to be the Fear Factor Live casting center when we had that show. So we had to stitch those 3 locations together to make one maze.
I imagine it's not a very easy task, though. Now, you talked about going into the back shop. With construction really about to ramp up soon, can we see sort of an evolution of Horror Nights sort of taking over the backlot later years?
Well, certainly the movie studio is the primary function of downstairs. It's there to make movies and television shows. And ironically, they're incredibly busy out there. There's so many different shows filming and taping, and we're really, really grateful that our partners at the movie studio went with us on this leap of faith to be able to take Horror Nights to basically the heart of the movie studio. And we just have to, they're filming out there every single day, and I'm building stuff every single day. So it's, if you know anything about filmmaking, it's kind of, people think it's really exciting to be on the set of a movie. It's probably the most boring thing in the world because it takes forever just to be able to roll a camera because of lighting, everything else you need on the film set. So every time the bell rings, we got to stop working, So it's just being really coordinated and tied together.
I have one last question. Evil Dead is an insanely bloody movie, especially at the end. How much blood will we see?
It's a bloody mess in there. I mean, it's pretty amazing because when I was working with Sony, talking about doing Evil Dead, I always say I have to see the film before I can make up my mind. So I went and saw an early version of the film, and immediately I was like, wow, this is a gore fest. But of course, if you're a fan of that movie, you want to see all those scenes. What's really difficult is taking what essentially are practical effects, like they would have done them in the 80s, and translate it to a live experience. And then there's that breaking down the fourth wall, visceral part of this, where we want to share the gore with you. So, you're gonna get kind of messed up in that ways.
All right, well, I think that's it. Thank you, John.